Are you feeling stressed with all the things you're doing for your family? Then you need HelloNanny.com. Let's face it, between shuttling your kids around to all their activities, trying to keep your home running efficiently, and preparing meals while also trying to pursue your career and social interests, it can be overwhelming. That's why we recommend you call our friends at HelloNanny.com. With over 20 years of experience, they make hiring a nanny simple and streamlined. Even better, they have a network of pre-vetted career nannies and do all the work for you, from scheduling interviews to coordinating trials to helping you extend an offer. It's a turnkey service that eliminates the stress of finding the right nanny. Remember, you don't have to do it all by yourself. Visit HelloNanny.com or call 844-266-2669 and let them eliminate the stress of hiring a nanny for you, just like they do for so many Park Cities families. Welcome to the Bubba Lounge. I'm Martha Jackson, and tomorrow the State Fair of Texas kicks off, and I invited two of my friends to come in and talk to us about it because they're both experts. Today, I have Cynthia Smoot of Gangway Advertising and Amber Fletcher from Fletcher's Corny Dogs. Ladies, thank you for being here today.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us on.
Well, Cynthia, you have a lifelong love of the State Fair of Texas, which has really grown over the years and actually led you to have several new clients that are involved with the State Fair. So tell us about that.
Well, like everyone else, I'm just a huge fan of the fair. I mean, it's the happiest place on earth next to Disney World. It's our happiest place on earth here in Texas. And I've just been going my entire life, and I have posted so much about it, shared so much information. It's actually how Amber and I met. We started following each other on Instagram. And so when the time came that they were looking for a firm to help them with their marketing and PR, she reached out and she said, "Hey, I know you're a big fan of the fair. Would you have any interest in working with us?" And I literally about dropped the phone. I was just like,
I could only imagine.
It was like Beyonce calling. So it was, yeah. And thus a love affair began.
Well, so there's a lot of new things going on at the fair with the people that you're working with, a lot of new food, of course, which is the case every year, but then a lot of new attractions.
Well, you know, what I love about the fair is you get that sense of nostalgia. There's, they're the things that you've done for your whole lifetime with your parents, with your grandparents. There's so many traditions built into the State Fair of Texas, and I love being able to go back every year and ride the same rides and eat some of the same foods. But the fair also does a really fantastic job of always keeping it fresh and new and bringing in new exhibits and exciting new concerts. And so I wanted to make sure that your audience knew about some of those. One of the most exciting things is a new traveling show from Cirque du Soleil. Have you ever been to a Cirque show?
Of course, I am a huge fan, and I literally can't wait to hear more about this.
Okay, so this one is very different from what they normally do. It's all centered around country music.
Oh, wow.
It's called Song Blazers. It's their new U.S. touring show in collaboration with Universal Music Group of Nashville, and you're going to experience their typical awe-inspiring aerial performances capturing the heart and soul of country music. I'm super excited about this. It's going to be presented in partnership with Broadway Dallas and the State Fair of Texas, and it's going to be at the Music Hall at Fair Park. There'll be 33 performances from September 25th to October 20th, and when you buy your ticket to the show, you get free admission to the fair. So you can go when the gates open at 10 and stay all night and go see the show. It's going to be super, super fun.
Oh, wow. Now, how long will the show last?
Oh, minute-wise, a good couple of hours. I mean, there's a lot to see, but yeah.
Okay, I was picturing it being more just like a quick show,
No.
like the dog show.
No,
like a real condensed
It's a typical
version.
Cirque du Soleil. That's a mouthful show. So it'll probably be a 2-hour performance.
Okay, I am so excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a big deal. Another couple of fun shows happening. They're going to have Guinness World Record holder Brian Berg at the Hall of State. He'll be there demonstrating his incredible card stacking skills.
Card stacking.
I love anything having to do with the Guinness Book of World Records, so I'm curious to see what card stacking looks like. Also on the Chevy main stage, they always have some fantastic performers. This year on opening night, Jody Messina, who I can't wait to see. She's incredible. They're going to have Bowling for Soup, the Commodores, and more. So you can go to bigtex.com and see that whole calendar every day and every night. All kinds of different shows from country, pop, rock, Hispanic, all kinds of acts will be happening. And lastly, every weekend, Friday through Sunday, get ready to dust off your boots and witness the best of the best in the ring. They are bringing back the State Fair of Texas Rodeo inside the historic Fair Park Coliseum.
Wow. I mean, that is a lot. That's a lot of new things.
Yeah, so you can go, like I said, go to your old favorites, ride your old favorite rides, and then sprinkle some new things in there. So this year, Cirque du Soleil and the rodeo, those are definitely on my bucket list.
And then what about food? What can we expect from food?
Well, so I feel like the Big Tech's Choice Award always gets a lot of buzz. You know, those crazy top 10 new foods, they're always wacky and crazy and fun. But you cannot forget the iconic favorites, like a Fletcher's Corny Dog, like a Fernie's Funnel Cake. I mean, these are the shoulders on which these people stand. They are the people who made fried food famous, not just here in Texas, but around the country. And so some of these iconic, legendary brands also have some new foods. I want you guys to make sure and check out the Zabel family. They're celebrating their 60th anniversary this season. They're the family that brought Belgian waffles to the fair in 1964. And this year, they have a brand new product they're introducing in the food court called Waffle Sticks. It's a waffle, a fluffy waffle on a stick, and you can choose to have it dipped in milk, white, or dark chocolate, and then roll it in your choice of candy toppings. So it is delicious, warm, chocolatey, yummy, and I've seen it, but I haven't tasted it yet, and that's definitely on my list. I already mentioned Fernie's Funnel Cake. They're celebrating their 55th anniversary this year, and they've got a fun new product called the GOAT, Greatest of All Texas, where they're bringing iconic Texas brands together in one fabulous product. It consists of a Fernie's Funnel Cake topped with a scoop of Bluebell vanilla ice cream, a drizzle of Dr. Pepper flavored syrup, and topped with crumbled pieces of El Phoenix's delicious praline. Tell me that does not sound amazing.
Sounds decadent and incredible.
And lastly, the Stifler family. They're famous for creating fried s'mores, fried Oreos, and fried lemonade. This year, they've got a couple of great new products. One is the fried smoky elote corn ribs, which is corn on the cob, sliced lengthwise, battered and fried, topped with a smoky, creamy sauce, cajita cheese, and sprinkled with cilantro. That's a fun, savory item. And then they're doing the crookie, which you've probably have heard of.
I've had that before. It's great.
It's a big fad. So they're going to be offering the crookie, which is a croissant filled and topped with chocolate chip cookie dough, baked, and then you eat it while it's warm and gooey and delicious.
Well, good Lord. No wonder you have so many clients out there, Cynthia.
Start starving yourself now.
I'm actually really hungry right now. I didn't eat before we came in. And so, wow, I mean, you do a really good job of selling it.
It's my job to eat these things. It's what I get paid to do.
It's a tough job, but
How
someone
fabulous.
has to do it. Finding an oral surgeon is hard enough for yourself, and when it comes to your kids, it can feel impossible. We suggest our friends at Stewart and Arango because from emergencies to wisdom teeth and everything in between, they have you covered. Stewart and Arango are board certified with MDs who specialize in full scope oral, facial, and implant surgeries for both children and adults. Not only is their office state of the art, they lead the industry with the most advanced techniques and procedures. And when it comes to safety, they are pediatric and adult advanced life support certified and use a 3-day local anesthesia, which keeps you comfortable while limiting the use of opioids. Best part is, they're conveniently located at Northwest Highway and Hillcrest Avenue. So if you want the best of Big D caliber oral care, come see the friendly staff at Stewart and Arango. To learn more about them or book your appointment, visit saoralsurgeons.com. That's saoralsurgeons.com. Well, like you were saying, you know, you can't forget about the OGs out there like Fletcher's Corny Dogs. And Amber, that's where you come in. You guys are celebrating your 83rd year out there, right?
We are. We started in 1942 and we're on our third generation. And I can't believe, 83 years at the State Fair of Texas.
That's a really long run.
It is. And, you know, one thing that I think having one item, when you think about it, that has lasted, for 83 years, it's just one thing that they come for, and it's the original Corny Dog.
Well, how do you think you were able to just maintain that longevity?
You know, I think the whole family is just very focused on providing an experience, but also providing the same quality Corny Dog. Nothing about our recipe has changed, and I think it's that people can rely on us, and it's just a Texas tradition to have a Corny Dog at the State Fair of Texas.
Well, I know you've been on the show many times. You may be one of our longest running guests yet. I'm not sure yet, but For those that may be tuning in for the first time to meet you, tell us a little bit of background of how it all started, as I love this story.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. My grandfather and his brother, Neil and Carl Fletcher, they were actually vaudeville performers, and they were in a show at the State Fair of Texas in 1937, 1938, doing a show called The Drunkard, when they got the opportunity for a food booth at the State Fair. And not really knowing what to cook, they were inspired by a local dish. They just put their own spin on it. It was kind of baked in the shape of an ear of corn. And they just had this idea of turning it into a hot dog dipped in batter and fried, and it becomes a walking portable item. And then in 1942 is when they started. And it's just, like we said, it's 8 decades later, and we're still selling the same product.
That is something. Well, you've been going to the state fair since literally you were a baby. What is it like to be part of such an iconic family that's such a staple of the fair?
Well, I think being in the family, you don't think of it the same way as maybe someone outside. But I mean, for us, it's just what we've always done. I grew up out there. It's my favorite place in the entire world. And, it's called the most Texan place on earth. But it's just like a second home for me and my family. And we just love being part of it. It's such an honored tradition. And so we're excited. It's been one item that has carried us, but we're excited to talk about a couple new things we're doing. We're always trying to get more people that are moving in to hear about us, and just, keep people coming back year after year.
Well, I think you all have done an amazing job, and I have a feeling it's the partnership you have with Cynthia at Gangway Advertising. You guys have just really evolved and jumped on some of the more current trends like the food truck, and you just are constantly making changes.
Yeah, when my brother and I and my cousin, when we took over in 2017, we had a lot of ideas for the future. And one of those things, we just really needed a marketing firm and a publicist to help us kind of just with branding and marketing. And to also, she's been really like a mentor, helping us kind of figure out kind of what we want to do in the community and what makes sense for us. And so this is our 5th year together.
Mm-hmm. It's a long relationship.
It's like a marriage.
Yeah.
Hey, Park Cities families, we all feel that pinch of rising home insurance, don't we? But there's a solution, and it's closer than you think. Meet Kathy L. Wall, State Farm Agency. She's not just our trusted show sponsor. She's also the expert you need to navigate these unpredictable insurance waters. Why get lost in a maze of policies and rates? Kathy has a knack for simplifying it all. Call 214-350-2692 or stop by kathylwall.com to schedule a meeting. She's ready to review your homeowner policy and pinpoint where you could be saving more money right now. We trust Kathy wholeheartedly, and once you chat with her, you'll see why. It's not just about rates. It's about trust, expertise, and peace of mind. So don't let rising homeowner insurance costs catch you off guard. Contact Kathy L. Wall State Farm Agency now at 214-350-2692 or visit kathylwall.com. With Kathy L. Wall on your side, you'll have an agent you can trust and help secure your family's future. So even though that you have this long history of doing one thing really well that we all come back to the state fair from, I understand that you have some really exciting new things coming up as well. So Amber, tell us what's new and what's going on.
Well, we have a few new things for our fans. One is that we have a Corny Cafe. It's one of our 7 locations, but we are revamping it this year. It's our location right by the Texas Star Ferris wheel. And there's not a whole lot of places to sit down and eat at the fair. And, corny dogs are a portable food, so they're great to walk around with. But we really wanted a location where people can come, sit down, relax. It's also where we're going to be carrying our Dallas Hot Corny Dog, which we introduced in 2021. It's a hot dog fried, and it's split in half, filled with mac and cheese, Cholula, fried jalapenos. It's a little spicy, but it's perfect for sitting down and eating. Or, if you have family on the Ferris wheel and you want to go, just sit down and wait, it's also a good place. But 2 other new things. We have a partnership with Coca-Cola. They just introduced an Oreo Coke Zero, and we are one of the exclusive vendors at the State Fair of Texas that will be selling it at all 7 locations.
Not one of, they are the exclusive place to get this product.
And what is more perfect than having Oreo Coke at the State Fair of Texas? It is the place that something like that is just made to happen.
It's the perfect place to debut it. That sounds really, really good.
And then the other thing, we have a partnership. The last couple years, we have been doing some pop-ups with Martin House Brewing in Fort Worth, and they have done a mustard-flavored beer. the last 2 summers when we've been to Fort Worth. And we asked them to come this year to the State Fair of Texas with us. And so at 3 locations, we will be serving Fletcher's mustard beer.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, you guys are just hitting all the points here.
And again, it's another partnership I feel like for us makes sense. The fair is where you get to go and try unique and fun things. And we think this mustard beer is perfect. At the event this past summer, we actually were witnessing people dipping their corny dogs in the mustard beer. And so if you like mustard, or if you even like pickle beer, which Martin House is famous for, then you have to come out and try the mustard beer.
That sounds really interesting.
It's really good. So we'll get you out there and try it.
I will definitely come out and try it. Well, ladies, one of my most favorite part of doing this annual State Fair episode is just having you all share your tips of best nights to go, all the different things that are going on, money-saving tips. So what do you have for us?
Well, in terms of money-saving tips, I would say just go to the fair's website at bigtex.com because they have a whole page dedicated to all of the partnerships and promotions that they're doing. There is literally no reason to ever pay full price because there's something going on all the time. You can get discounted coupons at McDonald's and Kroger's. They have canned food night. There are, all kinds of offers. So I would say go to the website, and whether you're planning for the night you want to go or you decide on a whim to go, there are a plethora of places to get discounted coupons instead of buying them at full price at the gate.
Oh, good to know. Imagine you're on vacation and an urgent home maintenance issue arises. Trust me, it can happen. But if you were a Manorly member, you wouldn't have to worry about who to call to take care of an issue. Manorly is a concierge home management service that proactively handles all your home maintenance issues and remodeling needs, even when you are away. From changing your AC filters to handling unplanned emergencies, Manorly takes care of it all. In fact, they even guarantee their work. Hundreds of families in the Park Cities rely on Manorly to take away the stress of managing their home maintenance, and you should too. Just visit Manorly.com and schedule a free consultation with them. When they arrive, they perform a comprehensive walkthrough of your home and provide you with a highly personalized residence plan to make sure home is maintained to the highest standard. So whether you're on your next vacation or just busy with daily life, relax. Manorly is there to take care of your home.
There are 2 types of people I've noticed that come to Fletcher's Corny Dogs. There's those that every year they go into a specific stand and they wait in a specific line, and they don't care how long that line is. They want that corny dog from that location. And then there's also people that they just want a shorter line. And so some people say, they don't want to wait 20, 30 minutes in line. On the east side of the park, near Thrillway or Kidway, we have 2 locations. And just because of the traffic, the lines usually are much shorter. I'm thinking 5 minutes or less. So if speed is your need, go east. But if you want that traditional iconic shot, that's going to be the one at the Big Tex location.
Okay, that is like such the best tip. I love that.
Did you know, Martha, there is a convenience store located on the Fair Park grounds? It's called the Lucky 7, and it's over by the Livestock Building on Nimitz. So if you get out to the fair and you run out of diapers, or you need sunscreen, or you desperately need some chapstick, you can head to the Lucky 7 and pick up whatever little necessities you have left behind.
Oh, that's good to know.
I can also add to that, they have cough drops and Tylenol, and those are 2 things that I've had to make emergency runs to pretty often during the fair.
I bet you have. I'm sure you get plenty of headaches out there.
And then another thing is that Wednesdays, the State Fair of Texas has a sensory-friendly morning, and so at the midway, they turn off the lights and they turn down or off the music so that it's more sensory friendly on Wednesdays.
I think that is so cool. I mean, that's such an important thing for families to know.
Okay, I got a tip for the fellas out there. If I know that, like, after I can only drag my husband around so long, and then he's like, but the game, I need the score. What's happening? So I would say if you're there, if you find yourself on the Fair Park grounds while there is some college or pro football game going on and you need to check in, head to Fernie's Funnel Cake's main stand at the Embarcadero. Not only is it air conditioned, but they have big screen TVs inside, and they are always playing the games, especially on Texas OU weekend. That place is packed as tight as the Cotton Bowl. There's a ton of people who maybe don't have tickets to the game. That's where they're going, is the Embarcadero, Fernie's Funnel Cakes. You can sit down in the air conditioning, watch on the big screens, but it's a great place anytime you're there just to, need to sit down, cool off a little bit, and watch a game.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, tying in with that, it's always a good time to go during a game because the ride lines aren't very long.
That is exactly correct.
So if you're brave enough to brave the crowd, you should go during a game.
Well, and just reminding people that the opening weekend and during the week are great times to go. I feel like a lot of people wait towards the very last weekend and then they find out it is the last weekend and everyone goes out, and then it is more challenging to do rides and to get in line for food. And so I really encourage people, opening weekend is the best time to go.
Well, one of my best friends always said opening night is the best because it's really clean and the people that work there are in good moods. As the fair goes on, they tend to not be quite as friendly.
Well, and I think if you have little kids, another tip I would give you is that I think it's great for families to go during the week, pick your kids up from school, start heading out there. You get there around 5 o'clock. That's your dinner. You're eating all the foods. But then the lights go on in the midway. You ride a couple rides. The parade starts at 7 o'clock. You head out and you've got your kids in bed by 8 or 8:30. It's a really nice time to go and still experience all the magic of the fair, but miss those weekend crowds.
Yeah, I was going to say the parade at night for little kids, like she said, I mean, the State Fair of Texas is so magical, especially at night when all the lights turn on and they have like the laser show and they have the concerts, and it's a really great time. I know my parents took me out of school when I was young, and so I just encourage, take your children out of school even and go and make memories that will last a lifetime for them.
Yeah, well, you only live once, and when they're young is the time to take them out of school. You can't really do that in middle school and high school, so jump on the opportunity now.
And then always Thursdays is the Thrifty Thursday. And so if you're a foodie and you just want to go and eat, so many vendors participate and you can get full-size items for dollars off of their normal price on Thursdays.
Oh, wow. You guys have shared the best tips I've ever heard. This is awesome.
That's why we're here, Martha.
That's why I brought in the experts. Well, Amber, as you know, I'm pretty active on Instagram. And so can you share what are some of the good locations that are very Instagrammable?
I mean, the whole State Fair of Texas is just a beautiful place. But for those iconic shots, the Big Tex location in Big Tex Circle, we have a location in Thrillway that is a red and yellow trailer that's lit up, and you can see the Ferris wheel in the background. It's such a beautiful shot to get photos at.
Yeah, I also love shooting in front of the lagoon with the swan boats.
Oh, yes.
And that's where the Dole pineapple whip stand is, which is always a yummy treat.
And it used to be you could only get that at Disneyland,
That's
I
right.
think, right?
It's the one place at the State Fair you can get it.
Ooh.
So it's over by the swan boats.
Wow. I mean, you guys have uncovered so many gems for us today.
And speaking of iconic shots, our mascot, Mr. Corny, we have also vamped up his mascot, and we're unveiling a new Mr. Corny. And now it's the same Mr. Corny, but it's a new Mr. Corny. He's got new shoes, and we've just freshened him up a little bit.
He got a glow up.
Yeah, he got his glow up. After 80 years, we felt he was owed another one. And so he will be out at the State Fair of Texas on opening day. So Friday, tomorrow, he will be there. And
So next to Big Tex, that's the most iconic shot you can get is with Mr. Corny.
I think you're right. And I have a couple of pictures with him that I just absolutely love.
And people love him, and it's so fun. Even for a mascot, kids love him, and they want to come up and they want to give him hugs and they want his autograph. And so we'll be bringing him out every weekend. So if you see Mr. Corny, go up, say hi, get a photo. He loves getting to participate, and we're excited.
And be sure to tag Fletcher's in your post.
Well, Amber, we talked about how iconic Fletcher's Corny Dogs is and how you've been around for over 80 years, and the Corny Dog, people just absolutely love it. But for those that may not make it out to the fair, how could they get one?
Well, we have a couple ways. One is we have a food truck at Clyde Warren Park Thursdays through Sundays, which we actually do pickup orders from. So if you've got a party or a celebration, you can let us know and we can get those ready for you. Or if Dallas is too far, we do sell our corny dogs on goldbelly.com, and you can order the original, the jalapeno. We even have our veggie dog available online.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. This has been such a fun episode. I'm so happy you guys joined me today.
Thanks for having us, and we look forward to seeing you on the fairgrounds.
Thank you so much. We will see you tomorrow.
That's been another episode of The Bubble Lounge. I'm Martha Jackson, and I'll see you next time.